Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's lovely to have you here for this ticker card reading. And today we are looking at the person on your mind, whoever that happens to be. And we're asking what are their current thoughts and feelings about you. So just to say, it can be anyone. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, although of course it can be if that is the person on your mind. But we're looking across the range of relationships. What is the person that you're thinking about currently, thinking and feeling about you? So for pile number one, we have the strawberry card with the word agreement. And that is with this little red bead here as well, if you want to pick with your stones and crystals or beads or objects. And then we've got pile number two, which is the banana with the word duality. And that's with the little yellow bead here. And then we have pile number three, which is the word love with the tomato. And that is with the black obsidian star here. So there you go. Just go for the one that feels right to you. That's probably got your messages. But obviously you can also apply different people to different piles. So, you know, if you're, for example, if you're, I don't know, your mum's on your mind, and you might pick one. And if your partner's on your mind, you might pick another. It just depends really. So you can interchange between the piles depending on the person that you are thinking of. But I will see you really, really soon in your reading. Bye for now. Hi pile number one, welcome back to your reading. So today we're looking at the person on your mind, whoever that happens to be. So that can be anyone, as I said in the introduction. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, although it can be if that's the person that's, you know, you're most focused on. But we're looking at all of the relationships across, you know, the broad spectrum of relationships. So whoever that person is, we're asking what do they currently think and feel about you. And if we need to give cards on advice, depending on what comes out, then we'll give advice as well. So your card was the strawberries with agreement. Yeah, lovely. And the little red bead here. So let's put that there so we can see it. Lovely. So how are you all doing? Is everyone doing great? I really hope so. We're moving into autumn now, heading towards Samhain, which is always a lovely time of the year. And I hope you're all doing well and sending you lots of love and light. But let's get straight to it. And of course, as usual, I always say to people, you know, this is a general reading, so just take the messages that, you know, resonate with you. But we're asking for pile number one, aren't we, today? You know, the person on their mind. How is that person currently thinking and feeling? So let's get out some oracle cards first. How are they currently thinking and feeling about pile number one? No. How are they currently thinking and feeling? Please make it as helpful for pile number one as possible, as hopeful, and you know, the intention is pure to give a good, helpful reading. So how are they feeling currently? I feel like I've got that one there. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Freedom. So we've got a key with freedom, and then we've got the word agreement. Okay, let's have a look and see what we've got here. So how is the person on pile number one's mind currently thinking and feeling about, I feel like it's that one, about pile number one. So this shows light and shade. Let's have a look. So it's come out on the light side, which is serene. It says serene, and the shadow is agitated. Okay, so serene. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the, yeah, the sort of feeling of being at peace somehow with this connection, of feeling like an agreement has been reached, or there's maybe a sense of balance or something like that. But let's get another card out before we say too much. So how is this person currently thinking and feeling about pile number one? We have patience with the white Monte Cassino, which is this kind of little butterfly dragon here, and the yellow pansy. So we've got patience, right? There's a kind of slow balance sort of energy here. They may feel like this connection is sort of free of expectations, or free of difficulties, or it's kind of very, for want of a better word, it's very cool. it kind of like doesn't put too much on them, if you know what I mean. They don't feel too much pressure or stress in the situation. Let's get one more card out. How does pile number one's person currently think and feel about pile number one? Ooh, intrusive thoughts, okay. They may be looking for some sort of serenity or some kind of freedom from this situation. That's the other way of looking at it now. We've got the intrusive thoughts, so maybe there's a bit of anxiety attached to it, and they're looking for a sense of balance, a sense of freedom, a sense of serenity. But let's get out the tarot. How is pile number one's person currently thinking and feeling about pile number? They maybe want to achieve that somehow in this situation. They might want for it to be more agreeable, want for it to be more balanced, want for it to feel more, less kind of stressful or something. How does pile number one's person currently think and feel about pile number one, please? So we've got, the Moon, King of Wands, the Star, the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, how am I currently thinking and feeling about pile number? And the Fool. Ten of Wands. Yeah, I mean, currently, the situation with the intrusive thought and the Ten of Wands being the overarching energy, it might feel heavy to this person, but they're wanting it to come into balance, or be lighter, or be free of the heaviness, right? Or the anxiety that's in this connection for them, or in this situation for them, right? Because at the moment it's kind of a little bit heavy for them. And we also have the Moon, which can also be anxiety, difficult emotions, it can also mean mental health in some ways as well. So I feel like there might be a little bit of, because we've got the Star, which is about healing. So there might be something in this situation for this person which is heavy, which is difficult, which is causing anxiety. Maybe there's some secrecy in it with the Moon, or things that are not out in the open. And what they're longing, I think the freedom is about a longing for a sort of a freer, a more agreeable connection, or for somehow the situation to be more, in harmony, if you know what I mean, so that you don't have this kind of intensity to it, or this, these difficulties with it, right? I feel like this person has a lot of interest in you. If it's a romantic relationship, I feel like there's a lot of attraction and a lot of desire for you with the Knight of Wands here, because that's a huge amount of desire. But if it's not a romantic relationship, I just feel that there's a strong pull towards you and this connection, for sure, with the Knight of Wands here. And the Star says to me that they're looking for some healing, or they want some hope back in the situation. So it could be that if, for example, if it's a romantic relationship and you've come into separation, or even if it isn't and you've come into separation from this person, or you've come into you're not speaking, or you're not together, or you're not close, then I would say this person definitely wants healing, and they definitely want hope back in the situation. Because it could be with the Moon card that there is, you know, maybe you don't have much contact with this person at the moment, or you don't have much connection with this person at the moment. Maybe you came into separation, you know, you freed yourself, or they freed yourself from the connection, but somehow I feel like this person wants healing in this relationship, right? Now the Fool tells me that there's something about a new start, or a new beginning, or a renewal in some way, right? To leap into something with the Fool card here, to leap into maybe a new beginning with you, or a new start with you, possibly, or a new start in a new cycle in this connection. And maybe with the Knight of Wands, this person is wanting for this to happen quite quickly, because the Knight of Wands can be quite a quick moving deck. The King of Wands again says this person, I feel like this person, what I'm getting is that this person feels confident when they're with you, or feels confident around you, or likes to have you in their sphere, if you know what I mean, or in their circle. They feel happiest when they are connected to you. They want to be open now. So maybe from something that was closed, or secret, or hidden, maybe, this person now wants to be out in the open. The one phrase as well that I'm getting, that if this person took themselves out of this situation, then I feel like they regret that, and they would like to come back into it. So I feel like there's some regret with that, and they want to come back into that somehow. But I feel what they want is, if they do come back into the situation, if it's, you know, if you're not with them, or you're not in contact with them, they want it to be on better terms. They want it to be on more agreeable terms. They want there to be harmony, for there to be balance, for it not to be heavy or difficult. So they want a brand new cycle. And if this is somebody that you're in contact with, then I would say this person wants this situation, or this relationship, to kind of like move along a notch, if you know what I mean, to move out, or maybe move up a notch to a higher, where it's elevated. So maybe at the moment it's you know, because you've got the intrusive thoughts, the Ten of Wands, the Moon card, maybe it's not vibrating very high, and this person wants to improve the vibration of it through healing, through trying to heal, through trying to be calm, through trying to be balanced, and communicate in that way. And maybe that means having a good heart-to-heart with you, bringing things out, bringing emotions out, bringing feelings out into the open to be discussed, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Let's get a couple more cards out. So let's see, what are their thoughts and feelings for part number one at the moment? What are their current thoughts and feelings? I'm just going to bring out a few. So we've got we've got the Four of Pentacles again. Interesting, because we've got the Four of Pentacles here. So it's something about holding on. We've got the Fool again. It's interesting. So we've got the Fool twice. We've got the Four of Pentacles twice, sort of right after each. Well, the Fool's more or less after each other. I'm going to get that one with the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm going to get one more. What are their current thoughts and feelings? And the Nine of Wands. We have the Ten of Wands, we've got the Nine of Wands. There's definitely something sort of challenging about this relationship for this person. Yeah, Five of Wands. You know, the Five of Wands is about a battle. So you might be going through some sort of, I don't know, some kind of battle or challenge. Maybe there's some kind of competition here, or some way in which, or maybe they feel like they have to compete, or there's some kind of discord or disagreement, and that might be why you've got agreement. So maybe at the moment there's some kind of disagreement, and they're looking for some sort of agreement with you, some sense of balance, some return to balance with you. The Four of Pentacles twice is about holding on. So trying to hold on tightly to something. So I feel like this person is trying to hold on tightly to you in this particular relationship. The Fool twice is about a new start, taking a risk, taking a leap of faith and having a new start. I feel like this person definitely wants some kind of new beginning with you. They are tired, 100%. I feel like with the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Wands, this person is tired. And they might have gone through the mill a bit around this relationship. They might have felt this relationship has been challenging and really worn them out. But they are still ready to stand up and fight for it, right? They're still on they might be on their last legs with that, but they are still ready, as we can see in the Five of Wands, to compete, to keep going, to fight for the relationship or fight for the situation. The Queen of Wands, again, not the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and of course we've got the King and the Queen of Wands. So again, if this is something romantic that you're talking about, they definitely see you as their counterpart. And there's something about being very much out there with the connection now, because the King and the Queen of Wands are the most confident of the court cards. They are the most sure of themselves. So maybe there's something about, let's elevate this relationship that we have and really be the best that we can be with each other and for each other, right? We need to elevate this relationship. And there is a lot of, again, if it's a romantic thing, there's a lot of attraction, there's a lot of desire, there's a lot of chemistry, I would say, that this person has for you. But if it's not romantic, then there's they like you a lot. They really, really do like you. In lots of ways. They feel that you match each other, that your energy matches, and they really value the relationship and the connection for sure. And they want to get it back on track. They're willing to stand up and fight for it, no matter what, really. Now, if this is a romantic relationship, I'm just going to get out a couple of cards, of these cards, message cards. If it's not romantic, then you can ignore this bit. But I'm just going to get out a couple of romantic cards if it's a romantic relationship that you are thinking of. In terms of star signs or zodiac signs, what have we got? We've got Pisces. We've obviously got all of the fire signs of Leo, Aries and Sagittarius. We've got Capricorn energy. What else have we got? We've got Aquarius. I think that's it, actually, because we have a lot of fire here. There's a lot of wands, so I'd say there's emotions are running high, particularly with the moon as well. So let's see. But you might not know that, because it may be that you don't have a lot of contact with this person for some of you, or there's a bit of a separation going on or something. So let's see, what have we got for pile number one for this person? Boundaries. Having sensible boundaries is important. So maybe this is maybe there's something around boundaries in this relationship or in this connection, or that's come up somehow. Let's do one more. Or boundaries is something you need to think about moving forward. Trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. So maybe there's been an issue around trust. Maybe elevating it is around increasing the trust, or building on trust, or repairing something that's gone wrong, healing and regaining trust. So that is where I'm going to leave it for you, pile number one. I hope you've liked the reading. If you have, please do give me a thumbs up, subscribe, maybe hype the video, that'd be great. Or leave a comment. Everything will be gratefully received. But otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hi, pile number two, welcome back to your reading. Thanks for joining me. So today we're looking at the person on your mind, whoever that happens to be. So it can be anyone on your mind. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner, although it can be if that's the person on your mind. And we're asking, you know, what are their current thoughts and feelings about you and your relationship with them? And you have chosen to come into the reading under the banana card with the word duality, card number 27. And I've left a little red. Oh, look, I've left a little red bead from pile number one. If you feel that you would want to listen to pile number one, then you know this might be a sign for you to do that. Although, of course, you know, I don't know if this is relevant to pile number one or whether there are similar messages, but it might be a sign for you to do that if you feel drawn. And that you also came in under the yellow beads. I'm going to put that there. Is everyone doing well? I wish you all the best as usual. Reminding you, of course, that it is a general reading, so just take the messages that feel right to you. But let's get straight to it. First of all, let's just have a few oracle cards, and we'll ask for pile number two. You know, how is the person on their mind, whoever that is, you know, currently thinking and feeling about pile number two? Let's have a look. We've already got duality. How are they currently thinking and feeling? So we have, okay. Right, so these cards show light and shade, and it's come out on the shadow, which is displeasure. There we go, we've got the word displeasure. And then the opposite of that, which is interesting because you've got duality, which is contrasting energy, is content, right? So I feel like because we've got duality as your main card, this is a perfect card to start with because it does show dual energy. And it's come out mainly on displeasure, but I think there's also content here. So I'm gonna bear that in mind when I do the reading here. Right, okay, so let's get out another card. So let's see, so for pile number two, that one's come out. We've got wisdom and we've got storm. Again, it's come out in twos, hasn't it? Okay, wisdom and storm. I mean, to me, again, like wisdom indicates sort of like calm. When someone's wise, they usually got a calm energy, but then we've got this storm here. So again, it's that dual nature. Interestingly, let's get one of these out. So what is pile number two's person's currently thinking and feeling about pile number two? What are they currently thinking and feeling about pile number two? I feel like it's that one, which is magnificence. And I know it sounds really strange, but I'm going to take that one out as well because I just felt like in my mind I was thinking, I was saying to myself, take that one, and I just thought, no, I can't take two again, but I am going to do it. So we've got magnificence with the bird of paradise and the common mother of pearl, and then we have joy with Gerbera daisy and pearl emperor. Right, and I'm going to take out one more because I wasn't expecting to get to everything, but I'm going to take out one more. So let's see. What is pile number two's person thinking currently about pile number two? They're thinking and feeling overwhelmed. I do think duality is a perfect card for you, pile number two, because I think this person has a contrasting thoughts and feelings around you. They have mixed feelings or mixed thoughts, for sure. I feel like, yeah, obviously we've got displeasure and we've got content. So I feel like sometimes this person feels great in this relationship, or feels contented in this relationship, or feels like it's really the right, with the wisdom, it's really the right, it's a really good connection. But at other times, and we've got this storm cloud, we've got overwhelmed as well. So I feel like this person finds it stressful, finds it difficult. They may feel that you know, so it may be that they have mixed messages, or not mixed messages, but mixed feelings. They may feel you have mixed feelings as well. So I get the sense that this is, with the magnificence and the joy, that this relationship brings this person a lot of happiness and pleasure, but it also brings them some pain, the storm and overwhelmed, or some anxiety or some stress. So there is a mixture. It is maybe a relationship that isn't balanced for them, or is maybe a relationship where they don't know where they stand, or they feel you don't know where you stand, or maybe both of you don't really know where you stand, and it can bring such happiness, but it can also really bring such problems as well, or maybe it has done in the past. Because we've also got the current energy. The main one is displeasure, even though we are taking into consideration the content. We've got displeasure, so it's like a balance, isn't it, of displeasure, being overwhelmed, and storm, which is 3. And then we've got wisdom, magnificence, and joy, which is 3, which is perfectly dividing fantastic energy, but also energy which is not so great. Okay, so I just got to say that, really. And I feel like the cards really wanted to show that by bringing out 2 of 2, and the fact that these 2 are positive, and then I brought out one that was, you know, this one, which was a feeling of overwhelmed, really demonstrates that idea of this person thinking that this relationship, and the phrase I'm thinking of, can bring pleasure and pain. It can bring both, right, to them. Okay, so let's see what tarot cards we have. Right, let's get out the tarot. So let's see. So for pile number 2, what is this person currently thinking and feeling about pile number 2? What are they currently thinking and feeling? So we have the 5 of Pentacles. Thinking and feeling. We have the Devil. 6 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. The Page of Swords. The Ace of Swords. And then what is at the bottom? And the Knight of Wands. Right, so with the Devil and the Knight of Wands, right, there's a huge amount of being drawn to this relationship. Now, depending on who we're talking about here. So if it's an actual partner, if it's a romantic relationship that you are thinking of, there's a huge attraction going on in this person feels for you, right? There's a big attraction, a big pull, a big draw, but with that comes a feeling of being, it's like maybe it's an addiction. Even it might even be an addiction. So with an addiction, you get that high, you get that hit, that extreme high, don't you? Right, which is what we were seeing here, extreme. And actually, before I even brought out the cards, the tarot cards, I was thinking of saying, well, there's extreme highs and extreme lows, and that's what the Devil is, right? Because an addiction is an extreme high when you first get addicted to something. What it tends to give you is an extreme high, and then an extreme low, and there's a strong pullback all the time towards that thing. So this person feels that strong draw to you, but it's also tinged with this the sort of negative associations that go with being too attached, to looking for that instant hit all the time, right? Which is also, can be negative. Okay, so the Devil card, it can have that instant hit, but it can also really pull you down. So I feel this person feels that in this relationship. They feel that it's not balanced, because to them it doesn't feel balanced, right? Now with the Five of Pentacles, there's a sense of lack in it. So it could be that you're not with this person or you don't have contact with this person. Because they're feeling lack within it, which is with the Five of Pentacles. Page of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Maybe they want to message you. Maybe they want to connect with you. And they're very, very, very curious of you still. So I feel like maybe a lot of you in this, some of you might be not in contact with this person, but they are so curious about you still. They're you know, if it's a romantic relationship, or even if it isn't, this person has a lot of curiosity about you. They're finding out things about you or trying to find out things about you. Maybe you've got a lot of back history with this person. A lot of maybe kind of negative back history, but also history where you've had some really good times together. So something like that. I'm just looking at these three cards together. So we have, and the way I'm reading that is there's a sort of stuckness with the Devil here between lack and generosity. So again, that being stuck. So maybe this person feels this relationship is stuck in some kind of cycle of, you know, lack. So sort of like, a bit like I was saying, like lack, and then it gives, and then lack again, and then it gives, and then lack again, and then it gives. So there's no balance to it, right? There's no, yeah, it could be stuck in a cycle, in a very negative sort of cycle of things not being balanced, which is why you've got the duality. It could be a cyclical thing, where maybe it's somebody where you get on with them and you have great times, and then it's you know, then you have a big row, or you have an argument, or you and you pull away again. So there's a distraction, and again, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. There's a pull. It could be that, you know, that friend that you have where you know, you've got a sense of history, or you have some nice times, but then, you know, they just get on your nerves, or you get on their nerves, or whatever, and then you have a row and you pull apart again, but then you still end up back together, sort of thing. Or it could be that family member, which, you know, means that, you know, you've got that tie, you know, you feel pulled back to the situation because they're family, but in actual fact, it, you know, you don't always get on. You have a negative, you clash, and you're stuck between either being in contact or not, and then or them being in contact. Do you know what I mean? There's no balance to it. That's kind of what I'm feeling. This person doesn't feel like there's any balance to this relationship, but feels a strong pull to it, and maybe feels stuck in a cycle of, again, a cycle of extremes, really. Now, the Ace of Swords ending tells me, again, I feel like this person might want or feel there's a need for clarity, or a need for communication, or a need to cut through all of this and be more honest in the situation, or be more, have a more honest, sort of open connection somehow. I think they might feel that is needed here. But I'm not sure. I'm just going to get some cards out on that, and the Ace of Swords. Can we just clarify the Ace of Swords, please? Just clarify the Ace of Swords. Pile number 2. Let's just clarify the Ace of Swords for pile number 2, please. We've got the Page of Cups. I'm going to bring these up a little bit. The Lovers. Again, I mean, that's dual nature, because that's all about choices. What else have we got? The Emperor and the Six of Cups. The Six of Pentacles. For some of you that are in, if this is somebody that you're thinking about, that's a kind of romantic relationship, this might be someone that you are in a three-way situation with, or is sort of cyclical in nature, so it's not committed. That could be what's going on here. I feel like, if I'm honest, this person knows that this relationship should have some sort of heart-to-heart, right? Or some kind of truthful, honest discussion. They sort of know that, and part of them wants that to happen with the Ace of Swords, right? But I also feel that they do care here. They do care, but I feel like there's some other commitment getting in the way of this relationship moving forward, right? Or maybe some other relationships. Again, it doesn't have to be romantically. So maybe there are other relationships that would get in the way. So for example, if it was, say it was a family member you're thinking about, right? How that, I know, your brother, your sister, your parents, or whatever. I feel like there's something getting in the way, hindering, or this person feels there's something in the way hindering. So it could be that, you're just say you're in a family situation and you're thinking about, I don't know, your brother or your sister, whatever, and you're wanting to know, maybe you've had a stormy relationship with them growing up or whatever, and you want to know what their thoughts and feelings are about you. There is love here, but I feel like maybe the other siblings, if you've got other siblings, this is just an example, if you've got other siblings, there's somehow those connections or those relationships somehow get in the way of this relationship progressing, right? And I don't feel that this person is committed enough to it or strong enough in it to do what they know needs to happen, which is to have a kind of like an honest, truthful connection with you, right? There's just too many other things or too many other relationships or issues that are getting in the way of it, and they're not strong enough. I don't feel like this person is strong enough to do what needs to be done and to give you access to a kind of like a balanced and respectful relationship. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. If it's a romantic relationship, then there might be other people around in it. Because you've got the Lovers, which is all about a choice. You've got the Emperor, which is somebody who's already, an archetypal father, an archetypal husband. You've got the Six of Cups, which is a relationship where there's a lot of history to it, and also a lot of nostalgia and a lot of love. And then we've got the Page of Cups. So I feel like this person recognises all the difficulties in the relationship, recognise the extremes high, the extreme lows, recognises that it's not balanced. But I don't feel, for whatever reason, I don't feel this person wants to, or is strong enough, I think that's probably the phrase I'm looking for, is strong enough to move forward in a more positive way with you, because either they're committed or they've got other relationships around them that they're putting before this one. So I feel like in many ways with the Six of Pentacles, it's a little bit of breadcrumbing going on with you. And I feel like this person is kind of breadcrumbing a little bit, to be honest. And I don't think that they, I don't think they want enough to change the situation, right? I feel like we've got the Knight of Wands, which is somebody who is very dynamic and attractive and charismatic, but they want what they want, really, the Knight of Wands. They're not, you know, they can be quite selfish. And then we've also got the Six of Pentacles, which is a card of generosity, but it's a card of only so much generosity. So there's a little bit of breadcrumbing as well. So I feel like this person is doing that in this relationship, and they know that it's stuck, but then they're not willing. I feel like the phrase is they're not willing to put the work in to sort of to give it what it deserves, which is the Ace of Swords, which is a you know, an honest, clean, what's the word I'm looking for? Honourable start, really. So I'm not sure this so this person's mixed energy is not, you know, they're not prepared to work on that where this relationship is concerned. So what should your advice be in this situation then? So what should partner number two's advice be? So what are I'm also looking at Capricorn, we're looking at Taurus, and also Virgo. We're looking at all the air signs as well as Libra, Aquarius and Gemini, Cancer energy, Aries energy, Gemini, and also Pisces and Scorpio. So what should the advice be for pile number 2 in this situation? What is their advice, please? So we have Two of Swords, Page of Wands, Queen of Swords, Justice, High Priestess. Listen to your guidance, right? Because I feel like what's underneath that? The Knight of Pentacles, and then we've also got the Six of Cups there. The Six of Cups, I think in this context, means that maybe you're looking in this relationship too nostalgically, right? You've got your rose-coloured glasses on with this relationship. Because with the Page of Wands, I feel like this person that you're dealing with is not... The Page of Wands is obviously, pages are all young energy, aren't they, really? And the Page of Wands does what excites them, Knight of Wands, it does what excites them to get the thrill, right? Or, you know, to get the hit or to get the reward, right? But they don't look much beyond that. And I think really you're being asked to go deep within and think, is it worth it, me being in this relationship or connection with this person, right? Is it really worth it? Because it leaves me stuck, confused. You know, it's not clear cut, and it doesn't make, you know, it probably doesn't make me feel that. It might make me feel very high at times, or I might have had really intense good times, but there's a lot of lows with that. And with the Queen of Swords and the Justice, you know, I need to have boundaries in this situation. I need to have my boundaries up, really. I need to detach. I need to detach in order to feel more balanced. So I think for this situation, whatever it happens to be, I think your best way forwards is to detach yourself as much as possible from this connection. It might not always, depending on who you're thinking about, that might not be, you know, geographically possible or completely possible, but what you're being asked to do is to listen to your intuition, because your intuition is probably telling you that, and also to, you know, have your boundaries up, right? So make sure, so if it's a family member or if it's a friend or if it's a work colleague or whatever, and you have to deal with them, right, because they're in your life, you have to deal with them. It's about being boundaried. It's about not having too many expectations. It's about detaching yourself, because this person, I feel like this person will always be on the take, if you know what I mean. They'll always be on the take and listening and looking to kind of breadcrumb just enough to, you know, keep you in there, really. So your job is to detach, take a step back, look at what's going on, dive deep, listen to your intuition, and take off the rose-coloured spectacles, and with the Knight of Pentacles to slowly move and detach yourself from the situation. So that's what the cards are saying, pile number 2. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you like the reading. If you did, please do give me a thumbs up, maybe hype the reading, subscribe, hit that bell if you want to hear more, maybe leave a comment. But otherwise, have a great day, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hi, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. Thanks for joining me. So we are doing a reading on the person on your mind, whoever that happens to be. So whether it's, you know, your partner, a colleague, a work colleague, a friend, a family member, we're looking at that person and we're asking, what are their current thoughts and feelings about you and your relationship? And you chose to come in under the word love and the tomato card. Brilliant. Card number 30. With the Obsidian star here. So I'm going to put that there so we can see it in our reading. Fantastic. How are you all? I hope everyone's doing well. Sending you all my best wishes as always, and reminding you, of course, that today is a general reading. So please just take the messages that resonate with you. And remember, you can apply different people to the different piles. So you might feel drawn to pile number 1 or 2 around a different relationship or a different person that you have in your mind. So anyway, so let's get straight to it. Let's get out some oracle cards first of all. So you've got the word love, which is lovely, isn't it? And this gets it says love potion here. This little bottle, love potion, lovely. Okay, let's get out some oracle cards. So let's ask for pile number 3. The person they've got on their mind, what are their current thoughts and feelings about pile number 3, please? What are their current thoughts and feelings about pile number 3? Please make it really helpful for them. Let's see. I feel like I'm going to take that one there. Okay, so these show light and shade, these cards. So let's have a look and see what this is. So we've got mistake, which has come out on the shadow side, and the light side is understanding. All right, so I'm going to put that there, mistake and then understanding. Card number 35, number 8. All right, let's get out some more oracle cards. So hopefully that's going to come into, that's it, it's come into focus. So let's see for pile number 3. How is the person on their mind thinking and feeling about pile number 3 right now? So we've got happiness with the Coreopsis and then the common buckeye. So this is the little dragon butterfly and the flower that goes with it. All right. Happiness. So you've got love, happiness, and then you've got mistake. I wonder what that's about. Let's see. Okay, so how is pile number 3's person currently thinking and feeling about pile number 3? Curiosity, with the little hare here, or the rabbit, with these little antlers. Interesting. And then we're going to have one more. How is pile number 3's person currently thinking and feeling about pile number 3? Oh, I feel like it is that one. Let's go for that one. Optimism. Okay, so curiosity, optimism, happiness, love. I mean, those are all very, very positive cards. But we've got this one bit of... So maybe something's happened in this situation. Or maybe they feel like they've made a mistake with you. Or there's a temporary hiccup or something like that. But I feel like overall, this person... There's a lot of positive. There's obviously love here. Your main card is love. So, I feel I can say with confidence that this person does love you, or they feel a lot of love for you, or a lot of attraction for you. Maybe you make them feel happy, or there's been happiness in this situation. They feel optimistic. Maybe they're curious. Maybe they but maybe something's happened. Maybe they feel like they've made a mistake, or something's gone on where there's a little bit of kind of like a fly in the ointment kind of thing. But let's get out some tarot and see. Maybe they feel like there's an obstacle in the way of the situation, possibly. Maybe they feel they've done something to create an obstacle, or you did something to create an obstacle, or a mistake was made. But let's see what the tarot says. So how is pile number 3's person currently thinking and feeling about pile number 3? So we have the Page of Wands, 4 of Cups, Justice. How are they currently thinking and feeling about pile number 3? Knight of Cups, the 6 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, the 8 of Swords. Right, yeah. So this person is thinking or feeling there's some sort of stuckness in this situation. It could be that something's happened. Like I said, there's been some sort of fly in the ointment, or somebody's made a mistake, or something's happened. And the overarching energy is a sense of feeling stuck. Okay, not sure what way to go, or feeling unclear, maybe unsure about what's happening. But other than that, and with the 4 of Cups, there's a sense of being fed up. 4 of Cups is like being fed up, or not being able to see an opportunity, maybe. Or maybe an opportunity being blocked. Maybe this person feels like that they've got an opportunity blocked with you. Or this, yeah, something like the phrase "the fly in the ointment." There's something getting in the way, maybe, of it. But I have to say that this person, other than that, so for example, if you're maybe there's a little bit of a hurdle in this relationship or in this connection, this person definitely wants to overcome that hurdle. And again, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. So if there's something that's happened between you, whether you're friends, whether you're work colleagues, whether you're, I don't know, whether it's your manager or whatever, this person thinks very highly of you. They definitely think very highly of you. And I would say with the Love card here, it's much deeper than that. They have a deep. So I feel like within this pile, this might be somebody that's very close to you, really. Like a friend or a lover, or, you know, some sort of family member or something. So somebody who's close to you, because they feel more than just, they feel love. They feel deep feelings for you. So I would say that if there's been any issue or problem, or there's any, maybe, you know, if you've done something, or if they've done something, they really want to overcome that. With the Justice card here, they're wanting to right that wrong, because it's so odd, isn't it, that you've got the Justice, which is where justice is when you take problems to the courts, and the court looks at hearing you out and righting, the situation, bringing it into its rightful balance. I feel like, so if there's been a mistake, people make mistakes or whatever, they break the law, they have to go to court, don't they, or they have to go before a judge or a jury. So I feel like there's something here about, I want to right the wrong that maybe if this happened, or I want to right the situation, or I want to overcome the problems or overcome the hurdles, and I want it to work in my favour, right? Because at the moment, maybe I'm feeling a bit fed up, or a bit blocked in this relationship, a bit stuck, a bit blocked from being able to move forward. Maybe this person made a mistake with you. Maybe they feel they made a mistake with you somehow. Maybe they said something, did something, and it wasn't the right thing to do. And they're probably regretting that. and they feel like that's kind of a blight now on the rest of the situation. But they still have such positive feelings and thoughts about you, care very deeply about you, and still feel incredibly optimistic that they can, that they can be in a good connection with you, a brilliant connection with you, a loving connection with you. In fact, with the Nine of Cups, I would say that being with you comes right under optimism. It's like some kind of dream come true for them. It's like some sort of wish that they can, have a really good connection with you. If they're they want to know everything about you. They want to find out all they can. They are always curious to know what you're up to, what you're doing. That even if it's somebody that you have been with for a long time, for example, if you're in a relationship with them, they're always they just find you so somebody that they want to be with, somebody that they never tire of, somebody that brings them a lot of happiness. And you remain and always will remain here some kind of wish fulfillment for them. The Knight of Cups, again, it's like maybe if there's been a mistake here, or I feel like there's some sort of problem here with the Knight of Cups. They are wanting to come forward and try to heal it, try to move it on in a loving way, try to show their love. I mean, you couldn't have a more fitting card come out in a reading where love is the main card of the reading. The Knight of Cups is in many ways the embodiment, often the embodiment of romantic love, but it doesn't have to be. It can be somebody just coming forward and wanting to repair, or wanting to have a connection with you, or coming forwards to approach you. But I feel this is a pile where this person does have deep love for you. But something's got in the way of that. And with the Page of Wands, maybe they are looking for some kind of new... I feel like that this person is also very excited by you, because the Page of Wands is a card essentially of excitement, of, curiosity, fun, all of that kind of stuff. So I feel like this person finds you somebody who they really want to be around, who they find really exciting, fun to be with, somebody who really, fulfills them, I think, on lots of levels, of mental, emotional. But the situation itself could be a little bit stuck, or they could be feeling a little bit like they can't move forward at the moment. But I feel like if that's the case, they will make a move here. With the Knight of Cups here, I feel like this person will definitely make a move. And with the Six of Pentacles, it's a card of generosity, so it's a card of giving. So I feel like this person will make a move, maybe give. They might offer you some kind of gesture, some kind of present or card or gift or something, because the Knight of Cups is also giving the cup. So I feel like maybe there could be some sort of gesture to show that they care about you, in the form of a present or a card or a message or a phone call or some. But I feel like sometimes some of you it might be a material gift in some way, to show you, how much they care about you. So it's just a very, 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 very positive feeling. But let's see if we can just extend that Four of Cups. What's the Four of Cups about? What is the Four of Cups about here for pile number 3? What is that about, please? Can we have some clarity? We've got the Hierophant. Three of Pentacles. The Death card. And the Nine of Cups. Yeah, I think there's definitely has been a bit of a boo-boo here. Someone's made a bit of a boo-boo. Somebody's made a bit of a mistake, right? And it could be, for many of you, strength. This person maybe did something to disrupt an otherwise stable situation, because we've got the Hierophant, which is usually a card of commitment. and stability. So maybe there was a stable situation, this relationship was stable, and maybe something got in the way of it with the Three of Pentacles here, right? Something got in the middle of it and it caused it to be stuck, or maybe to end for some of you. Maybe it ended. It could be that. But with this person is wanting rebirth and renewal. And with the Nine of Cups, again, it's like a wish fulfillment for them. So I feel like there's a regret. If they've done something, there's regret here. And the Strength card says healing. They want healing. They want this situation to be overcome in a gentle way, in a loving way. So they want you to heal. They want it to be coming back into balance. They want to talk things through. They want to be open and honest. They want to heal the situation with you. Okay, so I feel like they definitely will make that move to do that. I feel like they feel like the onus is on them to do it, and I feel like they will do that. I feel like they recognise the mistake that they've made and that they are sorry for that. But they know that they need to make up for that, and they're prepared to do that. They're definitely prepared to do that because you are someone that they value so highly. You know, you're a big part of their world, if not their world, if you know what I mean. But let's see if it's... So I'm going to get out some message cards here. Now, these message cards normally do relate to romantic relationships, but some of the messages are not necessarily focused on romance. So you can either choose to listen to these last few cards or not. But let's ask if there's any messages for pile number 3 here. Any messages for them? Surprise. You may be about to be surprised. Now, that's what I said, didn't I? Some sort of material gift or some gesture, right? That this person might want to give you. Let's see what else we've got. Let go. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. So maybe there's something about letting the universe sort it out, or something happening in divine timing. Let's have one more. Maybe the situation was let go of. I think that's what we had here, didn't we? Honour. Honour your loved one and you will notice your relationship becoming stronger. I feel like that's part of the Strength card, like, you know, honouring it, healing it, reevaluating it, overcoming problems in some way, you know, in a kind of gentle way, you know, in a kind of good way, really. But anyway, pile number 3, that has been your reading. I hope you've liked it. If you have, please do consider subscribing, hitting the bell so you always know when I'm uploading. Maybe hyping the reading, that'd be fantastic. Leaving a comment, liking, all of that would be gratefully received. But otherwise, have a great day and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.